इतना सफर है कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में। इतना सा फर्क है एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में कि अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी कि एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और 7वें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया, 20 years of ideas.
It's a very good morning to all of you, and we all welcome on behalf of the entire Franchise India team to the second edition of Investor Advantage session. I'm Sonia Chaudhary, founder Fanwork Brands, and I'm joined by Mr. Gaurav Maria, who's chairman Franchise India Group, who brings with him more than 3 decades of experience as an entrepreneur, investor, author, and thought leader. And franchising has always flourished historically in difficult times like these. And people look at franchising as a means of buying a stable job for themselves because it has the safety net of a franchise model and also brings the independence and stability of a business ownership. And with the environment today getting tighter, it is very important that you invest in businesses which you know and take an informed decision. So Franchise India started, Dheeraj, can you have the on the screen, please? So Franchise India started 23 years back, and we started with the foundation with investor being the center of our business, and we built this company to help prospective business buyer to buy a business. So our platform, the company, helps prospective business buyers to research the various options available, evaluate various opportunities with them, and also learn from the various industry experts. Every home in India and family will have someone who have always wanted to start a business of their own. And we recognized this latent need which was there in the country, and we started this company. So we are proud to call ourselves as an investor-centric and a franchise-focused firm, where we always urge that you make responsible business choices. So in these 23 years, and as we stand today, we currently have our presence in about 75 cities across the country. We have more than 250 odd consultants who work with us in all these 75 cities, and more than 5,000 odd brands Franchise India would have consulted in these many years, which includes right from maybe startup and also including all the blue chip companies. And anytime maybe even a company who wanted to start maybe a brand like Mahindra or a company like Mahindra or Reliance or Tata, anytime they launch a new brand into franchising, it was Franchise India they reached out to. And we also helped close to 78,000 investors to buy a business, which is helping them taking an informed decision of buying a business. Well, the number of investors who would have bought businesses through our platform would be large, but these were the people who consulted Franchise India, and they we participated in their business buying journey. So we always say, having a mentor can be very, very valuable in your decision of a lifetime of buying a business because They bring in the industry experience, and they also align the interest and create a balance between you and the company. So we'll talk about a little bit about your own fitment of buying a business. We'll talk about the business buying cycle. We also will talk about the methodology of Franchise India and how we can assist you and advise you in your business buying journey. And before we do that, I'd like to formally invite Mr. Gaurav Mare to set a perspective, and then we get started with our presentation.
Thank you, Sonia. Welcome, friends, and welcome to this special edition. This is the edition which, as Sonia said, we started to really bring our 23 years of knowledge to potential investors who are now looking to start a business. Because start a business is while everybody's dream, but it is a very, very complex process. Why I call it a complex process? Because it has to connect all the dots. It has to connect your own aspirations, your skill set, your financial goals, which you want to do it for next 4 or 5 years, your aspirations for your family, what you want to be in next 4 or 5 years, your social positioning in the market, which you want to really see. So all these pieces become extremely, extremely important when you make a choice of buying a business. While Franchise India has helped so many investors, we would have reached out to 3 million investors, and a lot of people, over 100,000 people, have actually realized their dream businesses with Franchise India. But we've also seen that a lot of mistakes have happened. Mistakes of people getting into businesses which they don't know. They are getting into businesses which are not well explored. And I call that they are in the failure side. In the positive side, everything goes well, franchising really works. But on the failure side, I've seen that there can be 3 different situations can come in. One, the failure happens from your wrong selection because you don't fit for that business. Failure can happen because you got into a brand which was not ready to support you in that sense. And failure can happen with things which are not in your control. Sometimes things happen in disruption, like what has happened in COVID. A lot of businesses have failed because things were not in control. So what our idea is that today is probably the perfect time, a perfect time for you to really think through what is the 2021 looking like for you, how you want to really bring your career in control, how do you want to choose a business which would fill your all lifestyle desires, your business desires, and also give you a lot of continuous knowledge. Because end of the day, when we work 12 hours every single day in our businesses, we also have to enjoy. I call the business has to have 3 things coming together. One, you should have fun of doing what you're doing, because then only you will go every single day, go to your business and say, this is something which I love doing. That's very important. The second is, it should give you stability, and stability comes with a lot of peace, that you are able to think through and able to put the right kind of structure in place. And fourth, a third part is help you and your family goals, because end of the day, especially Indians work very, very hard to really look after their families. So what your family desires are, what is your next 5 years, your important aspects, what are the triggering points coming in with that? Somebody at a maybe age of 50 would think through the children's education, children's marriages. Somebody at 40s would think about building a lot of assets. You want to buy a house, you want to buy a farmhouse, you want to buy something like that. When you're 30s, you are looking for a lot of lifestyle things. You want to buy the best car and you want to do this entire thing. When you are early 20s, this is your first career. You want to really be in control. You want to show everybody that, look, you got a new business and you are successful. So a lot of that is changing. So everything changes. Every 10 years, you would have a very different mindset doing it. When you are 60 and investing, you are actually investing for your next generation. So how do you really plan yourself? What businesses would fit in? This is not an easy choice. This needs a lot of mentorship, as Sonia said. And that's why franchising is a great example. Now, franchising probably is the best way to start a business if you've not done in the past, because it is the combination of 2 things. One is what I call stability and giving you entrepreneurial growth. Everybody wants entrepreneurial growth. You want to grow as much you want to do, but you also want stability. So franchising is a good combination, because now you're going with your startup. End of the day, you're buying your own business and it's your startup, but you're not going alone. You're going with a brand which is already recognized, brand which has already done his proven as business model, brand which has all the know-how. So you get a good early startup. You don't have to struggle. I know a lot of people who start their own startup, and for first 1 or 2 years, they're struggling so hard to get the startup come out of the ground, because they are nobody to guide them. They actually learn on the way. I started, one of my businesses was publishing, I started a magazine way back in 1999. And I know it looked so simple. I actually went to one of my friends in advertising and said, "You run an advertising agency, you would know something about a magazine." And he told me a few things. And I felt that that's a very easy business to do that. But when I started doing the magazine and I really started understanding who is going to write the magazine, where is the content going to come, how I'm going to design it, and then bigger things started happening, where I'm going to print it, where is going to be distribution, how the money would come from a distribution, who's going to be doing my advertisement sales. All that complexity became so complex that it took me at least 6 months to get my first magazine copy out. And that was still not the best product. And it took us so many years to really come and refine form, and we can then compete with the best available in the market, because consumer wants the best. And that's where the opportunity of partnering with somebody really comes very easy, because you get, if you start a Subway franchise, you know that how to get your raw material, where to get that, how your people has to be trained, what is your environment going to look like, what is your store going to look like, how you do your initial promotion, you do local store marketing, and you are ready to get into business, because there is an organization which is supporting you in knowing every single thing which needs to be done. So this is very, very important. And also now, another thing which you have to keep in mind is what kind of sectors you want to get into. What are the sectors going to be next big thing is coming in next 5 years? Like one of the sectors, let me talk about it, is electric vehicle. I have no doubt in next 5 years, electric vehicle is an industry which is going to be seen every single place. India would have at least, if not more than that, 30, 40,000 dealerships, charging stations, infrastructure, a lot of manufacturing capabilities at the back end, a lot of evolution of new products coming in the market. So we're seeing growth everywhere. We are seeing a lot of new startups coming in EV space. We are seeing a lot of infrastructure coming in entire thing. We're seeing a lot of reseller programs coming in the market. So there's a lot going on in this. But also, I know that this is going to take 1 or 2 years of gestation. So anybody who's investing into that has to come with a mind that first 2 years may be gestation, then there would be big rewards. It's like similarly when you would have joined a Bajaj in 60s or late 50s. At that time, you had a quota thing. You had a very limited supply of scooters and people. But people who got into that business at that time really made a lot of money. Similarly, people who got into early mid 90s in telecom made a lot of money. People who got into financial services in early 2000 made a lot of money. So there is always a timing for the industry. So you need to really think through what are the 10 or 15 industries which are going to be a sunshine industry for next 4 or 5 years. How do you really evaluate that? How do you really structure yourself? How you go in depth of those industries? And that's where Franchise India really participates. We have a full research team which continues to think through that what is the next 2021 emerging markets, 2022 emerging things. And we really not tell anybody, unless and until you go through the whole cycle of 9 years, really think what opportunities are good for you. Don't make an investment decision. So I'll give you something which is very important to as a rule. When you are lying to buy a business, go through these cycles. First, when you want to invest, look at these 6 points which are very, very important. One, you always should be doing a goal-based investing. You need to set goal. What is the goal for you for your investment? When do you want? How much is your income side? What is your income you want to pay your bills? And when you want it? Sometimes people get into businesses and their expectation of incomes are from the month 2, 3. Then they need to go to businesses which can create cash very soon. Some businesses are long gestation. Some businesses are short gestation, right? Like retail. Retail, if you open up a good shop, you're trading from the day one. So you are getting cash. Maybe 2 or 3 months, you can start getting some bottom line also, which you can start paying the bills. Sometimes people over expect that. They expect that the first month you will make profits. It's never happens. It never happens. Even you have a gold mine brand, if you have a Titan also, you don't make money the first month. You have a gestation. There is a gestation, and ask a brand what gestation you should be ready for. I have seen businesses, about 50% of all franchisees which fail, not fail because they were wrong the selection of brand, not fail because they were not hardworking, not fail the brand was not ready to support. They failed purely from undercapitalization. They didn't have money to pay the bills from the month 2, month 3, month 4. They thought that the first month itself they wouldn't have. But if you have businesses which have a long gestation, like healthcare, if you open up a dental clinic, it might take you 1 year to go down to a level of optimum performance. It might be 2 years to your peak performance. First 2 months, you might get only 5 patients, 6 patients. because people are not just waiting for you to come there and they start showing up in your dental clinic. You will have to slowly acquire your patient ratios, and then the word would start spreading. It's a subscriber business, right? So there's a lot of businesses you have to really do. You need to set your goals, and that's what we participate with you to tell you where you need to invest and how your cash flows would start coming in, how you manage your cash flows. It is a very detailed exercise. It looks very simple, but it is a very, very detailed exercise. I know how much anxiety and pressure people would have in the first 5-6 months when they invest. On one side, they have a pressure on family and everybody else because they're overlooking, everybody's looking at you, what you would do in the first 6 months. Second side, your cash flow started doing pressure. You have early employees who are maybe making a lot of expectations from you. You have a lot of issues going on in your business. And then you have operational challenges, setting up business challenges. So first 6 months can become a nightmare if you don't plan it so well. The second point, industry, its future and its horizon. How is this industry going to shape up in next few years? And one at the macro level and the second micro level. Macro level is the larger market. Like I said, EV, electronic vehicle, big market, India, biggest market for two-wheelers. So no doubt that India would be the largest marketplace for two-wheelers, electronic two-wheelers in the market. No problem. This is macro structure. But in your city, what is happening? How many dealerships have come? What does the market look like? How big is going to be market? Who are you working with? What is the horizon for that business? That's very, very detailing and structured. Third point, how you de-risk yourself. Because you end of the day, you're getting into business and there is a risk. There is a risk in the business, but how you de-risk yourself? How you really plan your legal and compliances and structure? That's very important. Fourth, you need to have a very holistic approach to the business. You cannot take one part of it. You need to take all the aspects of the business which makes successful. You know, there are parameters of any business. It's just not about the brand performance. It's also about the location which has to perform. It has to be your team which you would hire would need to perform. Unless and until all the combinations really work through and you are able to do that. So you need to go into a very high depth of understanding the business, that what it takes for you to be a successful structure. What kind of team you require, what kind of infrastructure you require, what kind of a brand support you require, and yourself to be prepared. I like entrepreneurs. Like McDonald's has a theory. If they give you grant you a franchise, you have to work at least 1 month in that store. They actually would make you mop floors, would make sure that you are understanding how to clean the restrooms. They would understand how do you make food yourself. Everything you have to do that. They have a university called McDonald's University. Now, why they do it is not that they feel that a person who's putting $1 million would have to really mop floors. They understand you will not mop floors, but you need to know what you need to get it from others. Second, you also need to understand the importance of things which are very, very important for McDonald's. McDonald's were actually not known for just a great burger or a fast service, but it was known for an excellent clean area where people can come. Even on a highway, when you know McDonald's and you want to stop for a going for a restroom or something like that, you will always prefer McDonald's because you know this would create hygiene. There is certain expectation a customer has, and that's the value system and culture. They would do that. I will encourage every single potential franchisee to really go to the brand and say, can you put me into one training which is minimum 10 days? And 10 days, I can do a training on that business. That's very, very important for you to really understand that every single business would need to really be understood in depth. And that comes from a very strong training capability. Now let's get into the fifth point, which is how do you risk personal risk management? You know, that's also very important because end of the day, it's your business and you're getting into things and you need to really have a plan B, plan C, even if your business is not taking off. That's why a lot of people come to me and ask them question and say, how much you want to invest? And they would tell me that I want to invest 45 lakh rupees. Nobody is very sure. They normally would come and say 40 to 50, 40 to 60. Or sometimes people tell me that, oh, money is not a problem, but return should be good. That's a normal answer. Out of 100 questions I would do, people would give me 90% answer and say, investment is not a problem, return should be good. Now, that's very hypothetical. And especially country like India, everybody knows what you can invest. We know our science of our numbers very, very well. Every Indian, if you ask him, what is your net worth? it will not take him 5 minutes to know what is net worth. He exactly knows what is lying in his bank. He knows what is his assets. He knows what his cars owns. Everything he will know. But we shy away to admit that where we stand. So I will go deep with the people, investors, ask them tough questions sometimes, and then they start opening up, and then I'll come down to, I say, 45 lakh rupees. And then I will go deeper and I will understand that he has only 25 lakh rupees with him as cash, and 10 lakh rupees he thinks to borrow, and 10, 15 lakh rupees he'll manage. He's a wrong start. He's a wrong start, absolutely. He will fail, absolutely fail. Now, if I go back and say, if you have 25 lakh rupees, let's plan a business which you can scale, but let's start a business which is going to be maybe a not so high investment. Give yourself comfort. Give yourself the responsibility that you don't have to overwhelm yourself and put yourself in pressure. There is no problem. There is. I would call it that should be never a shame to do any business which you feel and love and you build it up. This whole culture in India has good from, especially for startups, has changed. People, I've seen people who are very big or organization they've run, when they started their startup, they don't shy away sitting in a garage and working there and saying, I'm a bootstrap, I'm working on that. Why should have anybody problem to say, I started a small business and I have a small business and I want to grow it? And I've seen some big, really in last, particularly COVID times, people have never shied away for doing businesses which they wanted to really grow. Even if I've seen people who started businesses which are 5 lakh, 7 lakh, 8 lakh, and they have a pride in what they're doing. And that's something which you need to really see. If you have 25 lakh rupees, I would suggest don't invest more than 15. Put 5 lakh rupees in your working capital, 5 lakh rupees a backup plan so that you're able to grow that business. You will enjoy it because you have no pressure. So that's very important. And finally, sixth is the smart data. You need to have everything which is written in the business on that industry. Every single thing you need to research. I've recently sold a business to a person who is an ex-serviceman, and he bought the business and he committed to that business. It took 45 days to commit to the business, and then he took 45 another days to really research every single thing about that business before he's want to really open up. So he's put his 3 months. He's really methodically gone through and done that. And I've seen a lot of people, like yesterday we had a very good brand which we presented on organic food. Now you want to get into organic food because you've heard that people are organic and dieting. We've not done research. Say you want to take an opportunity in Jaipur, you have not gone and travel in Jaipur, found out who's selling what price point they're selling on, why would a customer shift to your store? If you've not done that research, you can get into a trouble, because you might have somebody in the same neighborhood who's trying to sell products which is less price. How would you be able to shift that same customer to you? Which neighborhoods you want to go? If you want to open up in Jaipur, in Vaishali, what else is available in Vaishali? Our people are looking entirely. What is awareness level of people? So if you go into depth of that, and then you find out location, where you want to put location. People go for a certain services at a certain place. Say maybe a premium dry cleaner was there, and you open up next to it. Every single day, people come for this premium dry cleaner. Because they come for that, they would see an organic store. They are conscious people. They are good spenders. They come for this premium dry cleaning, so they would come to you. So how do you really analyze your location? Also would make a big important aspect. Another thing, which is now this 6 points which I've said, is do goal-based investing, do industry is a future and horizon. How do you de-risk yourself? How to take a full holistic viewpoint on that? Make your personal risk management, understand smart data. Smart data is about the business, about the neighborhood, about the consumer group. How you really work on these 3 things, which needs to be done. As a franchise coach, we act as a franchise coach with you. We advise you on what I call 8 fits. These 8 fits are very important when you're buying business. Strategic fit, financial fit, operational fit, marketing fit. These 4 fits are very important. And you also have to have 4 softer fits, which are equally important. Maturity. What is the maturity of you to look at that business? Your objectivity, your experience, and your creativity. How creative you are to build that business in that market. So this is what I wanted to present, and I will take it back to Sonia for her viewpoints and some part of her presentation, which she wants to showcase. And then we'll come back to the last part I will take is how, if you really want to take and buy a business, how Franchise India can help you. How we can really take you through a scientific process, absolutely scientific process, to help you choose the right business. Over to you, Sonia.
Thank you. While we have covered a lot of part of our presentation, so we'll quickly maybe skip through the slides. Next slide, Dheeraj, please. Next, next. So these were 5 tools that we talked about, which is self-assessment. We talked about industry assessment. We talked about market competition and the brand assessment. So these are 5 important tools, assessment tools, which I would say is the foundation for any business buyer to evaluate the level of fitment, even at your own level. And typically, can we have, maybe we can skip through the slides in between and come to the last slide. Dheeraj, you've talked about these. Last slide of the assessment where we have these 20 points put together. Next. Next.
It will not be bad
Next,
if we quickly want to run through this part of it.
Okay, maybe we can stay on the slide and we can quickly run through. So these were, I would say, 25 important aspects to evaluate. So when we talk about these 5 assessment tools, each of these So each of these tools will come with these 25 important aspects one should evaluate. And first and foremost, we always say, even before you decide on the brand, opportunity, industry, assess yourself. And this would include your entrepreneurial mindset, which means, aligning your life goals and your business goals. Look at and also do a very critical analysis of your own goals, interest, business, which help you leverage your own strength and experience, and do your own inner re-engineering. Second, financial goals. Financial goals, like we talked about, there are 3 fundamental goals one would look at when they want to invest in any business. आप करेंगे, if you want to look at safety, you will look at businesses which has maybe a low return and a low risk. If you look at income, you would take some kind of risk and maybe a moderate return. And third is growth. अगर आप growth देखते हैं, then you have comparatively higher risk and higher return. So when you look at these 3 fundamental goals, which is safety, income, and growth, you also need to analyze another important criteria, which is what element of risk you want to take, how much return you're expecting from the investment that you wish to make, and what is the timeline within which you want to achieve these financial goals. Third is capital and asset liabilities, which means you need to invest within your own experience, expertise and means. And when I say expertise, it is your financial expertise and means. Liquidity is very important. Ensure you also need to have at least 6 months of working capital. Like we said, if you want to invest 20 lakhs, 5 lakhs, should always be a provision which should be towards the working capital. And we advise not to look at loans. A lot of people write to us where they have a small investment and they want to take a loan to help maybe take the business. And because your cost of capital in certain cases becomes too high, so evaluate, even if there's a loan component you want to take, that should comparatively be low so that you can cover the cost of capital. And capital, you assess your assets and liabilities, because the biggest reason for any business failure is lack of financial management. Fourth, we talk about time involvement. Franchising is an active business and not passive, where we invest and business grows default. So your time involvement is extremely important. And it is rather checked and proven that any franchisee who involves himself in the business, it brings 18% of efficiency in the business. And most of the formats which most of us look at and we buy are these are smaller units, smaller businesses like a food retail outlet, a food outlet or a retail outlet, service business like salon, laundry, and they all run on unit efficiencies, which can only be brought in the business by someone who has skin in the business. And lastly, you need to have a fallback plan. Anything that you want to invest in, don't put the entire investment in one project. Look at also the fallback plan for reasons the business has either a long gestation time or does not do well. Second, industry investment, we'll quickly talk about it. So there are 3 underlying forces which we think and you should evaluate in the, which is, 2 rather, I would say, which is overall how attractive is the industry. Look at the critical factors that determine how a company's success within the industry is. So we look at the opportunity size. Is it too overcrowded? Is it commoditized? Can you have a first mover advantage if you look at that opportunity, like we talked about EV? as a category. Second is growth prospects, which means the business has to be future fit. Future fit is extremely important element when you look at any option. And it is also important to remember that investment means that you're dealing with the future and anticipating future developments. So look at options which can grow at least in the 5 to 10 years horizon. Third, look at demand and supply gap. What is the industry, where it is going, how big the demand or the supply gap is. Fourth, innovation. Almost any product process can be copied or can be improved by the competition. So companies, we always feel, should always work on ongoing innovation. So when you choose, look at companies who have the capacity to innovate, because only companies which can innovate can make a business model which is relevant for consumers to consider. Talking about market assessment, you should look at these aspects. You should look at if this company is offering you maybe a go-to-market, which is a new category. In case it is a new category, you need to have a go-to-market plan from the company. Look at the market segmentation, demographics, the need gap analysis, TG, and also the consumer behavior, what they're looking at, regulations like a license, drug, liquor, and which can both be a state and a center subject. Look at the location, real estate, and rental and occupancy cost. We've always said has been the biggest reason for many business failures. Even while the business was good, the business owner was great, but you didn't have the opportunity, you didn't have the occupancy cost, which actually was taking all your margins down. So we look at then peer-to-peer competition, which is you need to have a competitive advantage. Look at the brand penetration in your region and the performance of the brand. Look at any barriers of entry, if any. Look at the product offering, and if there's a differentiated offering offered by the brand. These are four elements that you should look at: peer, which is competition, and finally brand assessment, which is credibility, people behind, legacy, standardization of the business format. Because if the business is standardized, then operational efficiency is easy, scaling is easy, and it also reduces deviations and also brings a lot of perfection when it comes to customer service. We talk about operational cost and reinvestment. A lot of businesses need reinvestment, maybe every year or every 4 or 5 years. And especially there are some long-term agreements like Chroma, we recently launched, they signed an agreement for 21 years. So every 5 years, there is reinvestment in the infrastructure which is needed. And sometimes a lot of healthcare businesses would need reinvestment in the machinery or overall infrastructure. We talk about margins and ROI, and ROI typically would take, it is dependent on how big the horizon of the opportunity is. So starting from maybe 2.5 years to 3 years is an average ROI most of the businesses would offer. But businesses with a long-term horizon, maybe a school, a hospital, opportunities like these would have a gestation time. And typically your ROI would come maybe the 7th, 8th or 9th year. Legal, which is agreements and conflict resolution with these companies. How are they offering that? Training and marketing support offered by the company, and training, both I would say ongoing training during the course of your agreement with them, and initial training offered by the company. And lastly, I would say risk hedging. So how well the company is hedging your risk. So all these elements become, these are 25, and these are 5 assessment points, which has sub 25 points. So you need to evaluate and tick mark, and you can do that at your level also. So if you are gaining 20 and more, your score is excellent, which means the opportunity you have selected is great. If you select 15 to 20, then it is good. And if it is less than 15, then we don't advise you to go ahead with the opportunity which you have chosen. So some of these you can do at your level, and a lot of information that you seek can also be something where our experience, both in terms of the 23 years we've spent in the industry, we can help you guide on this. Next slide. And so we'll talk about, this is the product that we wanted to talk about. And this is what we bring to you as advisor. So, so we help you in identifying the opportunities. We help you finding the relevant opportunities where we educate you. We bring in product solution suitability for your market. We do a comparative analysis for you. We help you in the entire information and the business buying process, which starts from information where we share information. We help you evaluate these opportunities and help you through the entire cycle till the closure of your business that you intend to buy. So this is what we bring to you, and I would request one of you wish to take this ahead.
Sure. Thank you, Sonia. So friends, as Sonia said, that we get applications every single day over 10,000 applications, people applying for different businesses. Even on the chat box now, somebody saying, get me a logistic company, get me this company. We manage a very large portfolio. Today we have 8,000 plus brands which Franchise India has a relationship with. And we have even larger portfolio of investors. 30 लाख इन्वेस्टर हैं फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के उसमें. वाइल हमारा स्प्रेड बहुत बड़ा है, मैं इसलिए हिंदी बोल रहा हूँ क्योंकि कुछ लोग हिंदी के लिए बोल रहे हैं. हमारा स्प्रेड बहुत बड़ा है. इट इज स्प्रेड इनटू अबाउट 80 सिटीज जहाँ पर हमारे सीनियर कंसल्टेंट्स हैं. वी कॉल देम इंडिपेंडेंट फ्रेंचाइज कंसल्टेंट्स. हमारी अपनी डायरेक्ट टीम्स हैं जो भी बहुत सारे हर मेजर सिटी के अंदर इंडिया में अवेलेबल हैं. तो इतना नेटवर्क होने के बाद भी हम 10,000 लोगों को रोज एड्रेस नहीं कर पा रहे हैं. और हमें लगता है कि हमें बहुत अच्छी सर्विस देनी है, राइट गाइड करना है लोगों को. तो उसके लिए वी हैव मेड अ सिस्टम एंड विच वी स्टार्टेड ओनली इन दिसंबर एंड इट इज ओनली वैलिड टिल मार्च 31st. क्योंकि बहुत लोगों की डिमांड है कि हमें गाइड किया जाए कि क्या हमारे लिए बिजनेस राइट होगा. और मुझे लगता है उसको एक प्रोसेस के थ्रू ही हम कर सकते हैं. और किसी भी इन्वेस्टर को मैं एडवाइस करता हूँ कि कभी भी कोई बिजनेस मत लीजिए जब तक आप पूरी इंडस्ट्री के बाकी प्लेयर्स को भी असेस नहीं कर लेते. तो उसके लिए हमने एक प्रोग्राम लॉन्च किया है जिसको हम एडवांटेज प्रोग्राम कहते हैं. दिस इज इन्वेस्टर एडवांटेज प्रोग्राम. इस एडवांटेज प्रोग्राम में आप अपने आप को एनरोल करते हैं और एनरोलमेंट की फीस जो होती है सिर्फ 10,000 रुपये, टोटल 10,000 रुपीज. अगर कोई भी फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया को कहीं पर भी रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है, अगर आपसे उससे ज्यादा फीस ले रहा है तो आप बिल्कुल ना दीजिए, क्योंकि फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया सिर्फ 10,000 की एनरोलमेंट फीस लेता है प्योरली थ्रूवर्ड्स कंसल्टिंग. हम कोई भी ब्रांड को इंडोर्स नहीं करते. किसी ब्रांड को हम आपको ये कहते नहीं कि यही ब्रांड आप लीजिए. हम आपको एक प्रोसेस के थ्रू लेके जाते हैं और वो मैं आपको प्रोसेस समझाऊंगा. और जब आप एक सक्सेसफुल बिजनेस खरीद लेते हैं, जब आपकी ट्रांजैक्शन सेटिस्फैक्टरीली आपके हिसाब से हो जाती है, तब आप एक 50,000 रुपीज की फीस देते हैं, विच इज नॉट अ बैड इन्वेस्टमेंट. अगर आप अपनी जिंदगी में अपने लिए वो बिजनेस ढूंढ रहे हैं, कहीं पर भी 10 लाख से 1 करोड़ 5 करोड़ 10 करोड़ का बिजनेस खरीद रहे हैं, आपको सिर्फ 50,000 रुपए देने पड़ते हैं, इससे ज्यादा नहीं देते. तो ये बहुत अच्छा प्रोडक्ट हमने क्रिएट किया है कि इससे एक तो इन्वेस्टर जो होते हैं, सीरियस इन्वेस्टर जो होते हैं, वो क्वालिफाई हो जाते हैं और उनको भी वो सर्विस मिल पाती है जो वो डिजर्व करते हैं. तो क्या सर्विस है, इसके 10 पॉइंट हैं. ये 10 पॉइंट मैं आपको एक्सप्लेन करूंगा. पहली, आपको 1 घंटे की सेल्फ इवैल्यूएशन मीटिंग मिलती है. हमारे सीनियर कंसल्टेंट आपके साथ एक पूरा घंटा आपकी सेल्फ इवैल्यूएशन पे काम लगाते हैं. इसका टूल है जिसके अंदर हम पूरा असेस करते हैं व्हाट अपॉर्चुनिटी इज राइट फॉर यू, व्हाट इंडस्ट्री इज राइट फॉर यू, मोर इंपॉर्टेंटली व्हाट इज योर फाइनेंशियल गोल, व्हिच आई टोल्ड यू अर्लियर. आई कनेक्ट द डॉट्स, व्हाट इज राइट फॉर द मार्केट. अगर आप झांसी के लिए ढूंढ रहे हैं तो झांसी में क्या अपॉर्चुनिटी आज की डेट में चलने वाली है, क्या बिजनेस वहां पे अच्छा चलेगा, किस तरह की इंडस्ट्री आज परफॉर्म कर सकती है, क्या कमी है मार्केट के अंदर, क्या गैप है मार्केट के अंदर. तो ये सेल्फ असेसमेंट बहुत जरूरी पहले हम करते हैं आपके पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से. आपकी फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन क्या है, आप कितना पैसा अपनी तरफ से ला रहे हैं, कितना पैसा वो ला रहे हैं, आपके साथ पार्टनर है कोई, आपका फैमिली मेंबर कोई ज्वाइन कर रहा है, कितना टाइम आप बिजनेस पे लगाने वाले हैं. उस सब चीजों को असेस करके हम सेल्फ इन्वेस्टमेंट रिपोर्ट तैयार करते हैं. उसके बाद 1 घंटा हम एक और मीटिंग करते हैं जिसमें हम इंडस्ट्री पे जाते हैं डेप्थ में, कि कौन सी इंडस्ट्रीज हैं जिनमें आपको इन्वेस्ट करना चाहिए, और वो इंडस्ट्री का भी 1 घंटा आपके साथ लगाते हैं. फिर उसके बाद हम आपकी 10 डिस्कवरी डे शुरू करते हैं. डिस्कवरी डे एक बहुत परफेक्ट टूल है जो फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया ने इवेलुएट किया है, जहां पर आपको हम अपॉर्चुनिटी देते हैं 10 अपॉर्चुनिटीज को डिस्कवर करने के लिए. सो 10 ब्रांड्स के साथ आपकी 30 मिनट ईच इंडिविजुअल मीटिंग करवाते हैं. जैसे मैंने अगर किसी ने कहा कि मैं पर्सनल केयर की शॉप खोलना चाहता हूं, मुझे लगता है यहाँ पे पर्सनल केयर की, तो हम आपको कलर बार से भी मीटिंग कराएंगे. कलर बार एक बड़ी कंपनी है. उसके बाद आपकी डाबर वालों की कंपनी है न्यू यू, उससे भी मीटिंग कराएंगे. और भी अदर कैटेगरीज है, नेचुरल में कोई प्रोडक्ट है, ऑर्गेनिक में कोई प्रोडक्ट है, तो जो भी आप इंडस्ट्री, और ये आप 10 डिफरेंट इंडस्ट्रीज भी ले सकते हैं. जरूरी नहीं आपको एक ही इंडस्ट्री के अंदर 10 करनी है. और मैं एनकरेज करता हूं लोगों को कम से कम 4 से 5 इंडस्ट्रीज को वैल्यूएट करिए, क्योंकि हम जितना इंडस्ट्रीज को समझेंगे और हर ब्रांड को 2 ब्रांड को समझिए. जैसे मैंने आज एक ईवी पकड़ लिया, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल, तो आई वुड लाइक टू असेस 3 कंपनीज. Every company would talk about their USP, their structure, their product, their performance, उनकी past performance, उनकी manufacturing, उनकी supply chain, उनकी product advantage, everything, उनकी launch strategy क्या है, कैसे launch करेंगे उस market के अंदर, कैसे supply chain work करेगी, कैसे वो support करेंगे, कैसे train करेंगे. इस सब चीजों को जब आप 3 कंपनीज को सुनते हैं तो आपको खुद से समझ में आ जाता है कि किस कंपनी में क्या एडवांटेज है, किस में क्या एडवांटेज नहीं है. तो हम आपको 10 कंपनीज से मिलवाते हैं. ये एक्सरसाइज आपके 5 घंटे लेती है. तो अभी तक आप हमारे साथ 7 घंटे कंसल्टिंग कर चुके हैं, 2 घंटे हमने आपके साथ सेल्फ असेसमेंट किया, इंडस्ट्री असेसमेंट किया, 5 घंटे आपके साथ हमने ये 10 कंपनीज को लेके किया। उसके बाद आपको कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री सेशन मिलते हैं। आज भी 12 बजे आप आ सकते हैं दोबारा। तो 12 बजे हमारा एक सेशन होता है, आज पिंड बलूची पे सेशन है। ये बहुत अच्छी नॉर्थ इंडियन फूड की अपॉर्चुनिटी है, यू कैन कम डाउन टू दैट सेशन। तो आपको डेली वेबिनार पे हम इनकरेज करते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया ने 250 वेबिनार्स किए सिंस लॉकडाउन, जिसमें हर रोज एक नया अपॉर्चुनिटी 12 बजे मिलती है। ये वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड होगा, किसी और ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने वर्ल्ड में इतने फ्रेंचाइज के एवरी सिंगल डे, संडे भी वेव नहीं है, हमने वो अचीव किया। उसके बाद आपको हमारा एक वर्चुअल एग्जीबिशन होता है जहां पर बहुत कंपनीज एग्जिबिट करती हैं, और ये एग्जीबिशन के आपको 2 कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री पार्ट मिलते हैं जिसमें आप अटेंड कर सकते हैं। ये नॉर्मली पेड एग्जीबिशन होती हैं जिसके अंदर आपको करना पड़ता है। 6 महीने का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होता है। उस 6 महीने में आपको सारे एडवाइजरी सेशन मिलते हैं। आप किसी भी ब्रांड को, जैसे आपने सिलेक्ट कर लिया आफ्टर डिस्कवरी डे की ये 2 ब्रांड, उसके ऊपर मल्टीपल राउंड्स ऑफ डिस्कशन होंगी। एक डिस्कशन से कुछ नहीं होगा, उस पर मल्टीपल राउंड्स ऑफ डिस्कशन होंगी, मल्टीपल कम्युनिकेशन शेयर किया जाएगा, इन डेप्थ नॉलेज शेयर की जाएगी। वो सब आपको 6 महीने की एडवाइजरी मिलती है 30 मिनट की। फिर उसके बाद आपने फाइनल कर लिया 2 ब्रांड, फिर आपको उस पर लीगल एडवाइस चाहिए कि हम इसमें लीगल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में क्या डालें। लॉट ऑफ कॉम्प्लेक्स टर्म्स आर देयर इन लीगल। वो कभी कभी शुरू में फ्रेंचाइजी नहीं समझते, तो उसको हम आपको पूरा एक्सप्लेन करते हैं। 30 मिनट का हमारी लीगल टीम आपको एडवाइजरी देती है कि भाई इसमें आप ये चेंजेस कर सकते हैं, और वो जरूर लीजिए। कई लोग स्किप कर देते हैं, दे फील दैट कि, अब जैसे बहुत सारे मैं सुनता हूँ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स में पीपल से कि एग्रीमेंट तो सिर्फ अभी करने के लिए है, इसको किसने देखना है, लेकिन एग्रीमेंट इज मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट। इवेंचुअली एवरीथिंग वुड गो ऑन द एग्रीमेंट, ऑल डिस्प्यूट्स वुड बी अराउंड दैट एग्रीमेंट। एग्रीमेंट इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। फिर आपको हम 2 घंटे और देते हैं डील स्ट्रक्चरिंग में, क्योंकि डील जब स्ट्रक्चर कर रहे हैं आपको बहुत सारे चीजों को आपको ध्यान में रखना है। वो 2 घंटे भी हम आपके साथ और लगाते हैं। उसके बाद डील करने के बाद भी अगर आपको कोई पोस्ट मेडिएशन चाहिए, हमारी तरफ से कोई हेल्प चाहिए, तो हम उसके लिए भी अवेलेबल हैं। और लास्ट, इस वेबिनार पे जितने लोग अटेंड कर रहे हैं, अगर वो, हम उसमें से 10 कैंडिडेट ऐसे चुनेंगे जिसको मैं और सोनिया खुद एडवाइस करने वाले हैं। सो अगर आप, क्योंकि ये बहुत बड़ा वेबिनार है एंड लॉट ऑफ पीपल हैव जॉइंड इन एंड फेसबुक पे भी लाइव हैं, तो 10 लोग जो अपने लिए बिजनेस चुनना चाह रहे हैं, उसका पहला सेशन जो है वो मैं और सोनिया उनके साथ करेंगे। तो अगर आप अप्लाई करते हैं आज थ्रू दिस वेबिनार, आप वेबिनार का एक व्हाट्सअप नंबर सोनिया जी डालेंगी, उस पर आप व्हाट्सअप कीजिए और या कॉल कीजिए, अपने आप को अप्लाई करिए कि आप ये सर्वे ज्वाइन करना चाहते हैं एडवांटेज के अंदर। फर्स्ट 10 people who would apply, we will do direct consultation, the first consultation with you, and then pass it on to somebody very senior in our team to take through the entire piece. So ये एक बहुत strong product है फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया की। उसमें सबसे स्ट्रॉन्ग प्रोडक्ट हमने क्रिएट किया कि जहां पे लोगों को एक वैल्यूएबल एडवाइस एक सिस्टमेटिक वे से मिल पाए, जो 10 कंपनीज को सुनने के बाद आप 10 times मोर इंटेलिजेंट होंगे कि आप अपने लिए राइट बिजनेस को चुन सकें। So this was about today's session. This session is designed to help you to choose a right business. Don't rush into this. Even today, I come and say this is a top opportunity. That doesn't mean it is for good for you. It's good for your location. You have to assess yourself. You have to assess the place you want to start a business. You need to assess the competition. You need to assess your business, sport, brand, peer-to-peer, all that 5 assessments which we have given you would do that. I will also take you to the slide back जो सोनिया जी ने आपको एक्सप्लेन की, उसकी आप पिक्चर लीजिए, सब अपने फोटोग्राफ ले लीजिए और उसको आप एज अ रूल बना के करिए कि अगर आप हर ब्रांड को ये असेस करेंगे कि ये 25 अपॉर्चुनिटीज में से जो 25 पॉइंट्स में से अगर आपकी अपॉर्चुनिटी 20 पॉइंट ले रही है तो वो आपके लिए राइट बिजनेस होगा। आप करके देखिए, ये दिस वुड आल्सो हेल्प यू इन टर्म्स ऑफ मेकिंग अ राइट डिसीजन for buying a business. So thank you very much. Thanks for joining in for today's session. Hope you would have got some advice. And if you are willing to take advantage as a product, please send a WhatsApp or call that number immediately so that you are among the first 10 who can be advised directly by us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, friends. We put the hotline number. I think a lot of you were asking on the number that you can get in touch with us. So here is the number. You can reach out on this number, share your details of the location and maybe industry or any area of your interest. And once we receive your information, we'll connect you with our advisor from that region or from our central head office based out of New Delhi. And we have an event which is happening maybe starting very shortly in 10 minutes, which is Pin Baluchi. And we have another great brand which is coming tomorrow, which is Prabhuji Haldiram, which is a special event that we're doing on Christmas. So anybody who's keen to look at options and interact and hear from the brand, we look forward to having you with us on our webinars between today and tomorrow. Thank you so much, and a Merry Christmas to all of you. Thank you.